Hey everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to talk about cooked food today. I talk about cooked food from time to time, but I'm going to talk about cooked food from a little bit more of a personal perspective. Anybody that's watched my videos before or watched more than one or two knows that I'm not against cooked food, and I actually do eat cooked food when I come to the States. Now, this trip I've been paying I actually did that last time. I've been paying more attention and being aware of the sensations and everything about the cooked food I've been eating on the last couple of trips to the States. And I would say I've been cutting back a little bit, that each trip has gotten a little bit cleaner. This trip I'm eating a good bit less cooked food than I have on past trips. But I've still eaten some, and I'm still going to eat before I go back to Costa Rica. Here's the thing. And like I say, before I start this, let me just say point blank, listen to this statement before the video gets started. This is from my personal experience. This is from my perspective. This is just, in my opinion, for me, how I feel and what have you. The problem with cooked food, even though I don't, and like I say, I think this is for me. I don't think everybody necessarily has the same problems with food. And that can be a problem sometimes because one or two people have some sort of issue, and we kind of take that and say, okay, well, everybody is going to respond to this type of food or that type of food the same way. I think the biggest problem that I have with cooked food that I've really identified this trip is that I don't know how to eat cooked food. I never really started out on this lifestyle attempting to do, say, Raw 4 wasn't around or none of that stuff was around. And almost from the very beginning, I've just I was always striving to be as high raw as I could be. And even from the very beginning, I remember those beginning days, even from weeks 1 and 2, I was eating cooked food maybe 3 or 4 times a week. So even right out of the starting blocks, I was not eating that much cooked food. So my point is, when I said I don't know how to eat cooked food, I've learned how to do this lifestyle with raw food. I've gotten used to eating without limit. I've gotten used to just eat, like when I have my smoothies, I have as many smoothies, I have as much fresh fruit as my body craves during the day. At night, whatever I'm having, whatever I make, whether it be a salad, a soup, whatever, I will eat as much of it as my body desires. Now, after I have eaten as much of that kind of food, raw food, like a nice big salad, as my body desires, I can get full, I can be totally satisfied, yet I can go out and do something. I can go out and get physical right away. I'm not hungry half an hour later. The thing about the cooked food for me is it seems to be like I just can't fill myself on it. And I was trying to think earlier as I was preparing for this video, thinking about it, like, okay, what would you do? Okay, let's just play a little scenario. Like, for some reason I had to move back here tomorrow. Would cooked food be a regular thing? Would it be something I did every once in a while? Would I eat it with the same frequency I do when I come home? Definitely would not eat it with the same frequency. I could see I would almost have to set myself up maybe to make it like once in a while on a special occasion, or I might, who knows, that might be what pushed me to even go, fully raw. I don't know. I'm not really into the whole fully raw thing, so I don't know if that would ever happen. But yeah, if I came back here, I'd have to do some work on learning how to, well, no, I wouldn't learn how to eat the cooked food. What am I trying to say here? What I would have to do is I would just have to really figure out how to do the raw thing here, which would just mean a little bit more prep time, since I'm telling you I'm not getting ripe bananas. I would just have to be a little bit more diligent. I'd have to stock up a little better when I went to Pensacola, and I could get some of my specialty items that I like in salad dressings or what have you. And I would figure out, my process for doing it here. I just couldn't see doing the cooked food for me on a regular basis because I just can't eat it. It's like potatoes. And that seems to affect me. See, the thing is I can sit down and eat a big salad or eat just raw veggies and whatever with a little good fat, that kind, a raw dinner. And I'm satisfied. I feel good. I can go take a run after dinner if I want to. Let's say, for instance, potatoes. I know a lot of people enjoy potatoes, and we argue over potatoes to infinitum, so infinity. So the people that don't believe in starches, don't give me the spiel about why you don't believe in starches. Some people don't believe in starches. If you don't like a potato, don't eat a potato. But when I start eating potatoes, it's like I can't, I'll eat an ungodly amount of them. I don't eat, I mentioned one time, now that I don't necessarily sit down and inhale them like that anymore. Um, I have been known to sit down and eat 4 pounds of them at a time, but now if I do get a bag while I'm up here, I'm probably going closer to 3 pounds, but that's still a lot of potatoes, and I'll eat a ton of potatoes and still feel like I could eat some more. It's almost like I mentally stop myself. It's not like with the other food where it just says, I'm like where my body just tells me, okay, that's good, you're satisfied, you're done, you're nourished, you're ready. The potatoes I don't get that. And other cooked food, I don't really get that. I've some of the things that I eat when I'm up here. Just to give you a little bit of reference point, I eat sweet potatoes. I eat more sweet potatoes than the others. Probably once while I'm here, I'll eat a different type, a russet potato or a red potato. Now this is good to get the greens in. I eat a lot of collard greens. One day I bought like a big huge bag, and just for 2 days I had steamed I boiled the collard greens, just boiled collard greens, but that's leafy, so there's not a whole lot of that's not going to fill you up a lot. What else? I eat corn while I'm here. I'll steam some corn. I eat a lot of raw corn when I'm in Costa Rica. So it's not like, don't get me wrong, I'm not like stepping out and eating a bunch of garbage. And then I'll have 1 or 2 meals at this little vegan cafe in Pensacola that definitely aren't optimal, too high in fat, but that's about it. But it definitely brings me down. When I had this meal last Saturday down in Pensacola, oh yeah, I could immediately feel just boo. And I did a video the last time I was here in the States on that. So yeah, just bottom line is I don't mind. You guys know me. The thing is I'm not a label. I say that over and over. I don't know why I need to keep telling you over and over. I'm not a label person, but I'm not into doing something just to be raw. I'm never going to do it just for that. I think for people out there that have to, for health reasons, I was having a conversation or following a conversation in a group this morning about people with some gut disorders that we're talking about, that they're very strict with but they have to be strict. Their strictness is to prevent pain, and I totally understand that. Me, I'm healthy. Even a meal that I can rationalize, that I can, just go over logically in my head and know that it's not optimal, know that it slows me down a little bit, I still rationally, I know how much it slows me down, and I make that allowance. It's like, okay, well, this is I like this, I enjoy this. It's going to pull me down a little bit, but it's a trade-off. I'll take it. But long term, yeah, I couldn't do regular cooked food because I'm not in my world. I don't know what I'm doing. I know that sounds goofy. We've eaten our cooked food our whole life, but I'm on an even plane. I just do it flawlessly, easily when I'm doing the raw. When I'm adding the cooked, I'm not full. Should I eat some more? I ate a lot of potatoes, but I'm still hungry, and I'm not used to, my mentality is never denying myself when I'm hungry, but then I ate a bunch of potatoes, and I'm like, oh, should I really eat something else after eating that? And then I can't eat bananas or eat some fruit because I've eaten that. So yeah, for me, the cooked food is just more complicated. That's all there is to it. Not knocking anybody that eats it. I'm not going to sit here and go into the ridiculous raw is law and this is poison and blah, blah, blah. That's for you to work out on yourself. I'm just talking about, for me. And that right there is my problem with cooked food. And why it's getting less and less. Each trip, like I say, even though I won't stop it completely, I won't be able to get the badge and be claiming that I'm fully raw. Or maybe I will. One day I'll just bust out with a video and be proud that I'm fully raw all the time. I'm up to day 743. No, but even so, even though as I'm cleaning and having less and less cooked food, there'll always be a couple or three cooked meals in there while I'm here in the States, because that's just how I roll. That's what I want. And I'm not going to not do it just so I can be up to the next level. Anyhow, just my 2 cents worth for the day on me and cooked food. I know people ask me about that from time to time, and yeah, just thought I would talk about it while I'm here in the States and the experience is a little fresher. Hope you guys like this video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and hope you're having a wonderful week. Halfway there, over halfway there by the time you watch this. Peace.